Alright, this is the first part of the jack shaft assembly. Alright, now this is 5/8 bearings. You're going to want to get 3 of these, but right now I'm going to start off with 2 just to show you the first part of the build of this jack shaft assembly. And this is a steel bushing, so it's not bronze. You want to make sure you get steel. You can get them in 5/8 diameter, which is perfect. This is slightly bigger, but it's okay. It'll work for this purpose. See how it just slides in. Okay, that's what you want. This is the pipe I just cut right here, but you can also get this in the plumbing section. It'll come in the exact same size as this. It'll have threads on both ends right here, and you just want to cut the 2 parts of the threads off right here. And these are washers you're going to want to get, and these will be covering right here and preventing the bearings from coming out. They keep the bearings inside in place, and these bearings should fit nice and snug on inside. See how they just fit in there? It's good. Now how it would look like when the bearing sits on there. Now you're gonna want to get your plumbing pipe. You're gonna stick it in there just like this. Okay. And get your other bearing. Now it goes in there, see? And that little piece of bushing in there, the steel bushing, prevents the bearings from sliding in. See, it stays exactly in the position where it's at right now, and it won't push in because of the bushings in there preventing it to push in. So it just stays just like that. And now you're going to take your washers, which look like these, and they're slightly bigger than 5/8. They're almost 3/4 of an inch, and they'll go right in place just like this. As you can see, they're going to be welded just like that on there onto the pipe, and you see that nice spacing. And same with the other side. So everything's going to be just like this on the first part of the jack shaft assembly. And I want to show it welded in a second. Oh, there it is. First part. What it looks like when it's taken apart. See? You got your steel bushing. Specialty item at Lowe's. They had them in one of those drawers in a hardware, not the hardware, but where where all the nuts and bolts are at, and washers and so on. They got those little drawers, and you want to find the 5/8 sleeve or bushing, steel bushing. So, and then sometimes you'll find 5/8 bearings there, but last time I've been there, they didn't have any more of these 5/8 precision ball bearings. Make sure they're precision ball bearings, not the cheap ones that you can find on those wheelbarrow wheels. Those are not the same. Those will wear out in a couple weeks. Make sure to bring one of these 5/8 bearings with you to Home Depot or Lowe's, and use that as your demonstration piece to see if it'll fit in any of those plumbing pipes that you can find over there. And it doesn't have to be perfect fit. It can have a little bit of play in here. See this? How it has a little bit of play. See that? You can see the gap right there. It doesn't have to be perfectly sealed and touching on there, and to where it's like you have to jam it in there with a hammer. I mean, it can be a little bit of play. It doesn't matter, See how there's a little bit of play. See, it doesn't have to be a perfect fit, as long as it'll fit inside there. Because once your engine starts to turn your whole gear assembly, it'll basically pull both bearings down in one end of the pipe, and it doesn't matter. It won't wobble or anything. It'll actually stay in place. It won't do anything. So just make sure it's not really big, you know, it's not like where it's like this much from where my fingers are, you know. Just make sure it's, you know, a good fit, because I know there's a pipe there. I forgot what size it is, but it's one of the biggest ones they have there, the plumbing pipes. And you want to get your 5/8 bearing and put it in one of those pipes. It'll actually fit. See, it'll fit just like this. It'll look just like that, and that'll be your housing for your bearings. And a little over 2.5 inches. Okay, after you've done welded those washers on there, you want to put it in place. I have a level for the bike to make sure that the bike is pretty much leveled, and as you can see, the bubbles in the center. Now I want to make sure that this piece is centered under the bike, so it's not going to be crooked, so the chain will be pretty much straight on the sprocket that's going to go right here later. And I have this magnet piece right here in 45 degrees, and it's just holding it up right there in place. So right now just want to make sure that I have a little level on there. Make sure that it's in the center just as well. As you can see, pretty much in the center. So yeah, it's just ready to be welded. Now as you can see, it's pretty much straight. See that? You want to make sure it's not crooked from the top too, just looking down at it. It's got to be straight like the way it is right now. Alright, there we go. That's how it should look like when it's on. And it'll hold. Not perfect, but it'll hold. As you can see how straight it is.